Okay, so now that we have the toilet and the vanity out, now we can get to taking the shower valve out. So first of all, I like to start with the faucet here. And there are two different kinds of faucets like this. One is a thread-on, so it actually, this unit is threaded on, simple as that. And the other one is the kind I have right here, which is a hex key. It's a tightening system, so it just basically tightens on and clamps onto the pipe in there. So find the correct size hex key, find the hole, which isn't that easy, and stick it in and basically loosen it off. So once you've got it partially loose, the simplest way to do it is to turn this thing, and sometimes it'll take more turns than that depending how rusty or old it is, and then you can get at it a whole lot easier. And just loosen it off until you're comfortable with it, and twist and slide, and that's it. Now this thing is off and it is wet. So I also took some caulking off here before I got this off, just to make it easier. And that's just use your knife, 6-in-1 tool, scrape away, that kind of idea. So for the next part, get your Phillips screwdriver, so star, and undo these bolts here, or screws I should say. They're usually pretty long screws. Sometimes people caulk around here. Normally you don't have to, but depending on the tile, how bumpy it is, how straight things are, some people do. So you just simply cut that away, because we are going to be throwing this away, so we're not too worried about it. The handle's the same idea. There is a hex key underneath here. You got to find it, loosen it, and then you pop the handle off, and this whole unit will come off. So on this handle here, this particular handle, there is another hex thread bolt in here, so you would find the size, undo it, and then pull it off. So it just went on like this, and literally I just pulled it off. And then same with this, you find that hex, whatever size, undo it, twist it, pull it off, and there you have it. So this is what it'll look like before you do your tear out, and this is what your plumber will need to get at. If you ever are able to replace the valve without tearing out your tile, obviously you'll want to do that, because these valves are the first things to go normally. Okay, I'm also going to show you how to take this shower head off. So you're taking the whole arm off, not just the head. And all you do is grab it and twist counterclockwise, because it's just threaded on. And you keep twisting until it comes out. Now if it's on really tight, which it shouldn't be, because if it is on so tight you can't get it off by hand, the copper unit in here, the elbow is probably cracked, in which case you'll want to replace that too when your plumber comes in and redoes the piping here. And I do say plumber all the time, because I highly recommend not trying to do this on your own. I know it can be done, and some guys are good at it, but most people, they lack a certain knowledge that is needed, is very required to do this kind of work. I've been doing this stuff for 15 years and I still do not do the plumbing by myself. The reason for that is, if I were to put in, say $5,000 in a beautiful bathroom renovation, and I messed up one part in the plumbing process, there goes that whole job, and it's not worth saving a few dollars, not bringing a proper plumber for what could potentially happen. So I always say stick to what you're good at, and the rest will just fall into place that much easier. So that's all there is to it. I'm going to cut around that, pull this off, and that is it.